What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to talk about the Goblin Queen MADELYNE PRYOR, and this is a character that will be coming up very soon, and the potential of this character is just huge. We have to talk about the different scenarios where she's going to be extremely useful, but she is not an Alliance Wars defensive only character. No. You can use her on Alliance Wars offense together with many teams. You can use her on Avengers Tower, huge potential there, and also Cosmic Crucible. This character has insane abilities on her kit, and the stats are pretty decent as well, making her a viable plug-and-play character. So we are going to take a look at all of that, and if you like the information on this video, like always, make sure to share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and let's get started. Okay, so MADELYNE PRYOR, she is a villain, global, mutant, controller, and marauder. Now, is she going to be decent together with other characters that are not marauders? Yes, that's definitely the first thing. She will be extremely useful together with other characters, so don't let the marauder tag limit the possibilities that you have with this character. So let's take a look at her stats and see why she's a great plug-and-play character. Okay, so as a standalone character, she has 400,000 damage. That's pretty decent. Together with the Marauders, she will get 30% more max health, and in Alliance Wars she'll get 50% more max health, but over 400,000 health is pretty decent for a standalone character with plug-and-play potential. Now, in terms of damage stats, she has 47,000 damage. That's very high. It's not the highest in the game, but that's very high. In terms of armor, it's not super amazing, but it's pretty decent. 14,000, almost 15,000. It's decent, it's okay. And then we have the focus. Almost 19,000, and that's very good. She's going to apply a bunch of negative effects to the enemies, so having this higher focus is excellent. Resistance 11,000, not great, but you want her to be protected by other characters, so the resistance might not be of interest or even come into play. Okay, now the only thing bad about her is her speed, unfortunately, and this is a speed-based game, but if you pair her with other characters that allow you to have a free first turn, or characters that can give third meter to the allies, this character will shine a lot. So you can have this character, MADELYNE PRYOR with the Secret Avengers, you can have MADELYNE PRYOR together with the Brotherhood, you can have MADELYNE PRYOR with the Dark Hunters, the Dark Hole team, with the Eternals. Yes, she is a great plug-and-play character, and she can be part of all of those teams because they have the flexibility for such a situation. Okay, so now in terms of the gear, she requires Astral Energy as a unique, and that's not great because there are many characters with Astral Energy. We have Icarus, we have Iceman, we have Silver Surfer, and we have Phoenix. But all of these characters are somewhat old, or some of these characters are not easily available. So if you can put your hands on MADELYNE PRYOR, she's going to be a great investment. Of course, like Silver Surfer and Icarus, they are not easily obtainable, so if you can obtain her right now through the event, you can definitely invest on her. She also requires 2 sets of mini uniques, and that's great because she will have a lot of value for Dark Dimension 3, Dark Dimension 4, Dark Dimension 5. You can place her together with the Secret Avengers and Emma Frost or Mr. Sinister, and you'll get a great value out of her. Even that she is slow, yes, it's true, but you can have the turn meter, you get the additional energy, and so all those things that will make her way better for Dark Dimension. And once again, very cheap character, but bringing powerful abilities. Okay, so let's talk about those abilities. So let's start with the basic. With the basic and with the assist and counter, and also with the isolate attack, she's going to do single target damage for a nice amount, and she's going to flip 1 positive effect on the enemies. That's very strong. If you are on Alliance Wars, defense, she will flip 3 positive effects on the enemies. So if you ever as a striker, she'll be able to flip up to 6 positive effects on the enemies. This is just huge. Okay, now let's talk about the special, and there is so much to talk about this special. This is just an insane ability. 6 energy comes full, deal 300% damage to all enemies and applies defense down for 2 turns. This is like when Phoenix goes Dark Phoenix. This is going to be huge damage, and this defense down is going to increase potential of focus and also allow the allies to do much more damage. After you do this 300% damage plus the defense down for 2 turns, if Cyclops, Phoenix or Dark Phoenix are enemies, she will do another attack to all enemies for another 300% damage, but this time the defense down will come into play, so this will do 50% more damage than the first attack. This ability is going to be extremely useful in Avengers Tower. There are like 5, 6, 7 floors that have Phoenix and Cyclops, so this ability alone will completely destroy those specific rooms. And you can find Cyclops and Phoenix up to the floor 96 or whatever, so you can use this character very, very late into the Avengers Tower. Okay, so after that, after dealing all this damage and applying defense down, once again increasing the value of her focus by 50%, she's going to apply offense down for 2 turns to all brawlers and all blasters. She's going to apply disrupt to all controllers and all protectors for 2 turns. She's going to apply ability block to all support characters for 2 turns. So this ability is completely insane. You are doing tons of damage, defense down, and then apply offense down, disrupt and ability block, depending whether you are a blaster brawler, protector controller or support. This is an insane ability, insane utility everywhere in the game. This ability is just ridiculous. It's just broken. There is no other way to say it. This ability is just broken. After you do all of this, if it was not good enough yet, this ability cannot be countered. This ability cannot be countered, so it makes it so convenient because, for example, the Black Order on defense, it's becoming more and more convenient, so you can use MADELYNE PRYOR just by herself to counter the Black Order, and they cannot counter her, which is insane. And she's also not a hero controller, so that's another thing. On Alliance Wars defense, this attack will become unavoidable, and it will also apply ability block to the protector enemies. So very, very strong ability. Insane utility, like I can't wait to put my hands on this character because of how powerful this ability is going to be. Okay, so now we have the ultimate, and the ultimate is not so great, but it has some potential. Okay, so it's a second turn ability. It's 6 energy and comes with just 4, so you have to use it on the second turn. And it will flip all positive effects on the primary target. That's very, very decent. Then it's going to do 600% damage, so this is a big nuke because of all the base damage she has, and it's going to prolong all negative effects on that specific enemy. Okay, so what's a good character to use this ability on? Let's imagine, for example, Dormammu. Why not Dormammu? If we pair Emma Frost together with the Eternals and MADELYNE PRYOR and some other character, this ability is going to be extremely strong against Dormammu. You are going to turn rewind him, you are going to slow him and so on. And then if your Icarus is not able to flip the positive effects on Dormammu, MADELYNE PRYOR will definitely do it, and she will extend those negative effects on him. Also, because she's a mutant and not a mystic character, Dormammu is not going to get additional resistance based on that, and that's why I mentioned the 2 Eternals plus Emma Frost and MADELYNE PRYOR and some other character, maybe Cable or whatever. Very, very strong ability on that specific situation. It's very, very common right now to see Astonishing X-Men with Dormammu, and MADELYNE PRYOR by herself completely dismantles that team because she's going to really interfere with the way that team works, so Beast is going to get ability block, Bishop is going to get offense down and defense down, and Jubilee is going to get defense down and disrupt, and there is a very high chance that she will die. Okay, so on top of that, in Alliance Wars defense, if this ability kills an enemy, this ability is going to give 2 energy to Mr. Sinister, making him very likely to do another clone soon. And when you get to the second clone, you are really in a huge trouble. So if this ends up happening, and it's very likely, because once again it's a big 600% nuke, very likely that it will get the energy, and then you have to deal with 2 clones after all the trouble that she put you through. Okay, finally we have the passive, and the passive is kind of lame, unfortunately. So the first part of the passive, we have whenever an enemy attacks Emma Frost, Marauders, or a clone allies, she will mind control an ally, give him 30% more damage, and then attack that enemy. This sounds very nice, but because it restricts your situation to be like 50% health on the character or not, it's not gonna happen that often, and your characters are already in danger, so it's very unlikely that this ability will happen multiple times. It will happen maybe 1 time or 2, but it, unfortunately, is not the best ability. Now, the good thing about this is that it works outside of Alliance Wars. So, as I mentioned before, if you have like Secret Avengers with Emma Frost and MADELYNE PRYOR, or with Mr. Sinister, this ability will trigger, and it will be very nice, very convenient. Once again, it activates outside of Alliance Wars. Then we have gain a 50% chance of focus on non-attacking abilities, and 50% of assist, 50% of assist. This can work with Dr. Voodoo, this can work with Mr. Sinister, this can work with Captain Sam. So this is a very interesting ability as well. You have the chance of assist, and as we saw before, it will flip positive effects on the enemies. 20% more damage and focus to all other allies and to herself as well. Very powerful ability. And finally, on Alliance Wars defense, gain a 50% chance of resist per enemy brawler. This is especially good against X Factor, but also against Weapon X, and also against Infinity Watch. They have a bunch of brawlers, so this is going to increase her resistance. That is not the highest. So she has the chance of resisting negative effects. It will lower the crit chance for all mutant enemies. This is going to affect the X Factor once again. This is going to affect the Uncanny X-Men, and this is also going to affect the Weapon X team. So a lot of call-outs for abilities that all of those teams have, like the high crit chance, the resistance, and the mutants that benefit out of crits. And finally, it's going to give 30% more turn meter to Strife. It's not super interesting, but it will make Strife to go fast. Once again, this is on Alliance Wars defense, so this is a character that is no joke. It's going to be super useful on different game modes, and if you have the chance, I would definitely recommend you to get minimum, like the minimum possible 4 red stars on her. You should aim for 5, 6, maybe 7 red stars on her, and maybe spend some additional cores to get her with 1 additional star, because this character is going to be so helpful. Once again, Dark Dimension, Avengers Tower, Cosmic Crucible, Alliance Wars offense as a flexible character. If you want to face, if you are facing like some crazy Dormammus or some things like this, you can place her with the Secret Avengers or Eternals or Dark Hunters, and she's going to be extremely useful there because she has the stats, she has the kit, and she has everything she needs to be an insane plug-and-play character. So yeah guys, that's gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. With the Goblin Queen, MADELYNE PRYOR, please do not sleep on this character. This character is going to be extremely important going forward, so I really ask you to don't sleep on it. So once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this information. If you did, make sure you smash that like button. And if you found the information helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content. And I will catch you guys later. Take care.